So for those of you who follow my car-related antics, you'll probably be thinking, oh, here we go again. And I'll probably have to adjust the audio on this so you can actually hear me. But yeah, for those who do follow my car-related stuff, you'll have seen that I, of course, bought a Mitsubishi Evo. This Mitsubishi Evo that I'm driving. For those who didn't see the video, it's an Evo 7, which is my favourite Evo. And in particular, it's the GTA, which is the very rare model which has the Tiptronic gearbox. It's developed by Porsche, only produced in 2002. I think there were less than 2,000 of these made. It's only got about 10 horsepower less than the GSR version. And if you haven't seen the car before, then check out my video for that. I did a review for it and an announcement video. But this video is probably the last vlog I'm going to be doing in the Evo. In fact, if I do release this video, then it is the last video that I'm doing for it, because I'm changing to a new car. Now, again, for those wondering, I've still got the Golf R32. There's no chance in hell that I'm selling the Golf R32, because I absolutely love that car, and it's perfect for what I want. The Golf is my daily driver, and the Evo was my toy. So the new vehicle that I'm getting is essentially a replacement toy. So I'm going to do, obviously, a new video to announce and reveal what that one is. Totally different to an Evo. And yeah, the obvious question is, why am I getting rid of the Evo? You know, for a lot of people, a Mitsubishi Evo would be like a dream car, or at the very least like a prized possession kind of thing. So why am I getting rid of it so quickly? I'm currently passing a very large military tank on the motorway. Wow, that thing is massive. The obvious question, as I said, is why am I getting rid of it? You know, with such a badass car as an Evo, which, as I've already said, this car gets more attention and more compliments than any car I have ever had before, including Maserati, Bentley, everything. Which is kind of cool, but also, I guess, not that surprising, because the Evo does have a pretty good reputation for being a unicorn car. Now that I've actually lived with the car for a couple of months, it's not a bad car. There's nothing about it which is necessarily even a deal breaker, and I think for a lot of people they probably say, well, I don't really understand why you're getting rid of it. So for me, it really is just a simple fact of it's just not my kind of car. So I wanted to try out the Evo. It was something different. I would say this is definitely the most different of any car I've had so far, and I don't regret buying it, but it's just not my kind of vibe. It's totally focused on performance, which of course it is, but I don't know, it's one of those engines that feels like it does its best work at higher RPM, or at the very least when you're pushing it hard. It's a car that deserves to be driven fast and driven hard. It's a road-going rally car in about the most literal sense you can get. And I'm just not using it like that, because I'm more of a cruiser. And if you're seeing this video, then chances are you'll see in the reveal video for what my new car is that I am most definitely a cruiser. You can take two cars with the same numbers or similar numbers on paper and drive both of them within the same day even, and they just won't give you the same kind of feeling. And the sun's doing crazy things on my face at the minute, but they just won't give you the same kind of feeling, the same kind of vibe. And like, take for example my two cars at the moment, this Evo and the Golf R32. On paper, in some ways they're quite similar. There's only about 20 horsepower between them. Only about, what, 10, 15 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. They're both all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. They're both fantastic through corners. They both either are, or at least feel like, little rally cars for the road. They both have great performance, etc. But if I were to let someone drive both of my cars back to back, you would feel such a difference, even though they have so many similarities, even down to a similar gearbox, albeit a DSG versus a Tiptronic. But there's just a vibe the different cars have, and I think for me it comes down to mostly two things for the Evo. One is it doesn't really have that much personality, and that is one thing which I think I've kind of been spoiled with a lot of the cars that I have had, because obviously the Golf R32 has fantastic charisma and a lovely engine. Obviously the Maseratis are sublime to drive. The Bentley has quite a bit of charisma in its own way. The Jag XKR certainly does, etc. The Evo, it just doesn't have charisma. It's fast, it's very good at what it does, but it just doesn't have that much personality. And I hate to be stereotypical about a Japanese car, but it kind of is a stereotypical Japanese car. It's very fast, it's very good, but it doesn't really have the charisma or the personality or the character that I'm looking for. And the Golf does, other cars that I've had, as I said, do. This one just doesn't. The second thing I would say is the overall experience of driving it just doesn't suit my driving style. So I like a car, as you can tell from a lot of the cars that I've had, I like a car that I would describe as lazy in terms of its performance. So I like a car that has effortless torque, power when you need it, but you don't really feel like the engine's ever really working that hard. I don't really care if the car's big and heavy. I like it to be comfortable. And yeah, just something that's, at least for a daily driver, something that I can use every day. If it's a toy, then, I mean, the Evo's pretty practical, 4 doors, 5 seats, good boot space, but it doesn't have to be practical as a toy, but it does help, because I do like that. But yeah, it's just, the suspension on the Evo is very hard. It's a performance setup, not a comfort setup, obviously. And even though you can say, well, you should have already known that, I did already know that. But there's a difference between academically knowing something and actually living with it. And actually living with something totally changes the parameters of what that's like. So actually living with it makes a total difference compared to just test driving it or driving a friend's car or anything like that. But yeah, put simply, that's the issue for me with the Evo. It's, put simply, just not my kind of car. I may do a video eventually about like the pros and cons of Evo ownership, as I have with a couple of other cars before. But for now, that's it for the update, and I'll see you guys on the flip side with the new car reveal. So until next time,